What's up guys, Eric here from Sonic. Today we're going to be showing you and talking to you more about our S-Connect interface. It's one of our most popular items available at BeatSonicUSA.com. It allows you to install a CarPlay Android Auto system in your older Lexus, Toyota vehicles that has a factory screen, and also utilize the factory controls like the mouse, the touchpad, and also the touchscreen. And you don't lose any of your factory functions. They all work flawlessly with the new Android or CarPlay system. And the S-Connect interface installs easily. It's all plug and play. You do have to get behind your radio and in some cases your screen if you have a separate screen and radio. And we have step-by-step, very detailed instructions how to do so in all the vehicle trims and models in the Lexus and Toyota lineup. And the benefit of using the S-Connect interface is not only is it easy to install, it just works flawlessly. It works like it came from the factory. And why you want CarPlay or Android Auto in your vehicle is because a lot of the onboard infotainment system features like your old navigation system, it just doesn't work as well. It's a bit clunky. It has outdated maps, and by having CarPlay or Android Auto, you'll have your updated app straight from your phone that will show on your car screen. You'll be able to utilize all your favorite map applications such as your Apple Maps, Google Maps, Waze, and all the information and data you have from your phone, such as your favorite places, your home, your work, all that information is going to be transferred over to your car screen so that all the data you need will be essentially available in your vehicle right when you connect your phone to your car's infotainment system. And on top of that, all your favorite music, whether you use Spotify, Pandora, Apple Music, Amazon Music, YouTube Music, you'll be able to use those apps in your vehicle using the car screen and the infotainment system. And most importantly, it's approved by Lexus USA. So if you are near a local Lexus dealership and you want one of these, then you can definitely purchase it from them. And many select dealerships are actually installing them at the dealerships as well. And the car brands and models that we have S-Connect interface for currently are Lexus and Toyota models from about 2013 all the way to 2021, just depends on the vehicle trim. And this year we are planning to add more applications in the Lexus lineup. There's some holes that needs to be filled, like the 2013 to 2015 Lexus LX, and also the 2013-2015 Land Cruiser, and some vehicles that are older, like the RX 2013-2015 without factory navigation. And on top of that, we're also looking at other vehicle manufacturers, such as some of the European vehicles and also the domestic vehicles as well. If you guys are enjoying our content so far and you're learning a lot about our S-Connect interface and it's just something that you want more information on, give us that like so that we can create more of these type of content in the future. Alright, so I want to give you guys a few scenarios where the S-Connect interface in your vehicle will be very beneficial. One is you're trying to get to a destination and your map is just outdated. It's just not giving you the correct address. It's not giving you the correct traffic information. Now you have all the live data in your hands in the car screen, and it'll give you more accurate data in regards to your estimated time of arrival. And another use case scenario is if you want to jump through different apps on your phone. Say that you're listening to Spotify and now you want to jump over to Pandora. There's no longer need to go to your phone and switch the app. You can do everything from the car screen because now all the CarPlay and Android Auto approved apps will show on the car screen and you'll be able to navigate through them very easily without ever touching your phone while you're driving. And that means it's more safety on the road and you can keep your eyes on the road more. Alright, so let me show you how this device installs. So inside the box, you'll see the instructions manual. And if you go all the way to the bottom here, there's a QR code here that shows you the instruction manual. Everything else here is like an overview of the product. And inside here, you'll find two boxes. This is the video interface. This is the CarPlay Android Auto module. And you'll find some more harnesses and connectors here. And the reason why we have two boxes here is because these boxes could definitely take up a lot of space. So this gives you a bit more flexibility when you're mounting and hiding these boxes, either behind the radio, behind the glove box, or other areas that we recommend depending on the vehicle. Okay, so we'll start off with this guy here. This is the largest connector of all. And in order to connect this, you do have to remove the car's radio, get behind it, and you're gonna be connecting this to the radio, this male side here, and the female side will connect to the original connector that was in here. It'll connect nicely. And these are the CAN wires that will be pre-configured for you when we ship it out. So you no need to touch it, just leave it alone. But if you accidentally disconnect any of these, then you can reconnect it based on the instructions manual. This connector, white connector here, will connect to this side over here to our video interface. Okay, and there's two connectors that's left on our video interface, and it's gonna connect to our two GVIF cables. So the GVIF input is going to be connected to the outer edge, like that. And then the GVIF out will be connected to the inside, like so. And these two connectors here will connect behind the screen. So this male side here will connect to the screen, and this female side will connect to the original GVIF cable that was behind the screen. You unplug it and you plug it in here. All right. And lastly, we have the HDMI plug on this video interface, which will connect to our HDMI connector here. We like to use this L portion, like this. Next, we have this other connector here. This is our auxiliary connector harness, and this is not needed. You do not have to install this because all the audio now gets routed through the car's Bluetooth. But for any reason, if you want to use the factory auxiliary input for your audio, say that your factory microphone's not working, or if you have any issues with your factory Bluetooth, if you want to use the car's auxiliary input for sound, then you could use this. So how to connect this is there's going to be this matching connector behind the radio. You're going to unplug it, you're going to plug this in place, and then the back side of this will connect to the original factory male connector that was connected to the radio. It'll go right here. And this side here, 3.5 millimeter jack, it will be labeled audio. And it is important when you get this, going to connect to the CarPlay Android Auto module. You now to make sure it connects to the line out connector. There's three 3.5 millimeter jacks on this CarPlay Android Auto box. So one is labeled line out, the other is labeled external speaker, another one is labeled mic in. So very important, make sure you have it in line out. All right, if you accidentally connect to external speaker, you will get distortion. If you accidentally connect to mic input, you're just gonna get pulsating sound. You're not gonna get any audio. So that is that, and let's not forget our microphone. It has to connect to mic in, just like that, okay? All right, and going forward with our connections, we have this USB extension cable. We will connect it to here, USB wired, and you can route this cable, the female side, to anywhere in the car where you could plug your phone in. And alternatively, if you don't want to use this, some of the vehicle models, you can opt in by using this optional USB adapter here. Okay, so basically with this USB adapter, instead of using this USB extension cable that's included in the kit, you will be able to utilize a factory USB plug. So you connect this here, and the other side will connect to the USB connector that connects to your radio. So unplug it from your radio and plug it in here. Some customers mistakenly remove the USB connector from the actual USB plug under your armrest. That's not the correct plug. Make sure you grab it from behind the radio and plug it in here. It's gonna be a gray plug from the factory. It's usually on the bottom row. It's hard to find, so some customers can't find it. Just look carefully, it's on the bottom row. It's square and it's gray. Plug it in here. And the advantage of having this is that it's a cleaner install. You don't have a head of a female USB hanging out. Instead, you'll be able to use the factory USB connector, but the disadvantage is that you lose your factory USB functions. So what's a factory USB function good for is direct plug-in for audio. You actually get better audio quality if you plug your phone in directly to the car's USB. It only works with iPhones. It doesn't work with Androids, unfortunately. And you also need to have a music downloaded on your phone for the car to detect that it's a media player or it's an iPod, and you'll be able to play music through the car's USB. Another function of the car's USB is preloading music onto a USB drive, plugging it in there and play the music on your car's infotainment system. And thirdly, if there's a firmware update from Lexus or Toyota, you can use that plug to update your factory infotainment system. So if you use this, you will lose those functions, but some people don't use any of those functions. They rather have a cleaner install, so they'll be using this. And once again, this is not compatible with all the cars. Some of the cars have a dual USB hub. Those dual USB hub systems won't work. Only if you have the single USB, it'll work. So the older generation Lexus will work, and most of the Toyotas will work. All right, so let me plug this back in. All right, next, we will connect our RF antenna like so. And this antenna here gives reception for your wireless CarPlay or Android Auto. It works without this antenna. It's just the range is shorter. With this antenna, the range is very long. So it's good to have this on here. All right, and then if you look to the back side here, there's that matching HDMI connector, which will connect here. So basically, this HDMI connector will connect the two boxes together. And we have this power cable. This powers up this device. Just plug it in here like so. And then plug in the HDMI right here. And that completes all the connection between our two boxes, the harness, and also the vehicle. Well, that was our overview of our S-Connect interface. It's a plug-and-play kit where it installs to your older Toyota and Lexus vehicles while retaining all the factory controls like your factory backup camera, your steering wheel controls, your touchpad, and the mouse controller. And by having CarPlay and Android Auto to your older Toyota Lexus system, now you have the ability to use all the CarPlay and Android Auto approved apps directly on your car screen using your car's sound system. Really brings up your factory infotainment up to date without having to change your vehicle. All right guys, well thanks for watching today's video. If you already purchased one of these, we'd love to hear your experience and how you are enjoying the kit. If you could leave a comment below for other viewers, that will be great. And if you are on the fence about purchasing it, you're doing a little bit more research, we have a lot of videos and playlists on how this S-Connect interface installs and how it operates with very detailed demonstration videos. We'll go ahead and leave the link in the description below. All right, and lastly guys, if you are already subscribed to our channel, we thank you very much for your support. If you haven't yet, give us that subscribe button and we'll make sure to keep creating these cool content for the future and more informative as well. Thank you very much, and I'll see you guys on the future videos.